live right now, so I gotta wait till this other computer kick in so I can hear the make sure my sound is okay. I see the notification came on my other computer, so it should be going out okay. All right. So
And feel free to interrupt anytime. You know, I talk a whole lot. So don't be feeling like, oh, I don't want to say nothing. Like,
now you
and
know
I got
what.
like a real bad potty mouth. I seen some comments and they were like, who the fuck is this cussing like that? I'm like, man, this is how the fuck I am. Like I don't know how to change. Like this is just how I am.
Well, the way I look at it, I mean, shit, anybody who mouth vulgar like mine, then we should get along just fine. So don't feel
I
bad
mean,
about
I
that.
love black children. I advocate for our people and, excuse my passion and excuse my, my emotionalism, but it is what it is. I don't know how to not be like this. And if you
Right.
have, if you have a class on how to not be like this, I probably wouldn't take it, but I probably would still consider it. You know what I mean? Fuck you.
Right. Right. Well, I'm like this. You only live once, and with these platforms, that's what they for. Is for you to express your opinions and your thoughts, and that's what I do on my platform. So sometimes I do shows where it don't be so much cussing, but it depends on how passionate I get about it. I'll be a cussing sailor. Then yeah, every other word would be a cussing word. Every other word would be a cuss word. We got some people in the building. Good evening, Curry. What's going on? Different Sage in the building. She's a hi, Chris on the caller. Cole Pepsi say hi, Chris. Say hello, everyone. And my girl Rio in the building say hello, Chris Thorne Show. How you doing, love? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get right into it. I don't want to hold y'all up long, so let's get right into it. Everybody, welcome to the Chris Thorne Show. My man UFO in the building, he said, Crystal, them notifications been coming on time lately. Now that's what I like to hear. But knock on wood, as soon as you said it, that shit gonna start fucking up again. So ladies and gentlemen, get right into the show. As y'all know, I did a stream last night, and I did a stream on Shanice Martin. Shanice Martin is a mother of two in New York. And the story was about that she got upset because she could get in a homeless shelter, and she took it out on her children and by slashing their throat. But y'all know with the boy got it worse. She slashed the boy from ear to ear, which I still don't understand why she gave the boy the hardest. As a matter of fact, I think he had got slashed from ear to ear, and he had stab wounds on top of that. And this woman left the kids for dead in the middle of the street. And then on top of that, she went and turned herself into the police department and told them to arrest her. And of course they did. She's supposed to went in for a psych evaluation. Hopefully they'll give an update on their story and tell us what happened with that. Hey, First Lady YouTube. Hopefully they give us an update on what happened with all this or whatnot. And of course, I know the brothers came in, she should have asked for help. But then Darcy showed me a story where she actually was offered help, but she declined it. So, of course, the lady who we have on the phone now, y'all remember her when I did my last show with Brittany Bowens, her interview. The caller that all of us loved is Victoria. And Victoria saw my video and she wanted to weigh in and give her thoughts about what she saw. So I said, hey, why not give her a voice again? We all loved her so much the last time she called in, and I'm pretty much sure we will love her this time around as well. So Victoria, how you doing? Hope everything's well. Now, what do you want to say to me about this video, what you saw? Speak your mind.
Hey family, I appreciate you guys for like just tolerating me. I know that I can be a bit much and talk a whole bunch of shit, but hey, that's just me. So hey, I appreciate it. God damn it. What the fuck am I gonna say? But anyway, at the end of the day, what bothers me about um bitches like this whore that slashed her children's necks
Mm-hmm.
is that when are we gonna start calling things what it is? Years ago we would call shit like this just good old fashioned evil.
Mm-hmm.
This is not schizophrenia. This is not bipolarism. This is not a postpartum. This is just good old fashioned evil. And
Yes.
that's okay. And
Yes.
that's okay to call it that because, I mean, let's be honest, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
This woman was pissed off because she couldn't get in the shelter. Well, I was in the shelter about 18, 19 years ago, and my whole life was in shambles. I remember uh, being in the shelter, and I know how sometimes families are because I heard on the other stream that people were like, "Oh, how could her family do this? Why are they not, letting her children stay there?" Well, here's the problem: Black families are some sometimey motherfuckers.
That's what I
You know,
said. That's exactly
we
what I
have
said.
people in our families who are such assholes. Like I remember when I was in the shelter and it was just me and my daughter and my son.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what my family said?
What they say.
Your daughter can come here,
But
but
you
you and
can't.
your son can't.
Wow. So why ain't they accepted a daughter but didn't accept you and your son?
Well, first of all, my daughter was my mother's first grandchild. So of course, she had favor with her, but I was not my mother's favorite child. So it's like,
Oh.
okay, you gave me my first grandchild, so she can come here, and that's great. But not
Mm-hmm.
only are you not my favorite child, your son has a behavior problem. So hell no, you
Mm.
guys can't come here.
Mm.
Hell no, you guys can't come here. So what did I do? I swallowed my pride. And this is when I was still a Christian. I still, like believed in Jesus and all this bullshit. So I went to the shelter and I already felt like I was nothing. I already felt like I was a downgraded piece of dog shit because I'm living in a home with my son.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I felt so low. And I got on my knees and I said, Dear God, if you help me and my son out of this situation, if you help me and my children get somewhere to go that we can call home, I promise that I'll stop doing bullshit. Like I promise that I'll stop like selling weed and I'll stop like cussing people out and
Hugga
beating
Pacino in the building.
people up.
Hugga Pacino in the building. What's up? What's up, everybody? I miss y'all. Please, we'll get them thumbs up. Y'all slowly coming on in. So y'all need to hear this coming from a lady herself who says she's been in the homeless shelter herself. So who would be a more perfect person to talk about this than somebody who experienced this herself? The being in the homeless shelter part. Okay, Cortez Smith in the building. What up, brother? Go ahead, babe. Sorry, there. I had to let everybody know I see him. Go ahead.
Fine, brother.
Mm-hmm.
So I got on my knees and I said, well, Dear Lord, if you help me out of the situation, I promise that I'll do everything that I need to do. And I'll try to live my life and do your will. I can't say that I'll do perfect, but please, Lord, I just don't want to live like this with me and my children.
Mm-hmm.
And living in a shelter is the most degrading thing that you will ever experience.
Let me ask you this before you go any further. Now, living in a homeless shelter is everything on their time. You got to jump when they say jump, pretty much, or what?
Everything. It's damn near slavery. And they will degrade you because the bitches that
What up, Brian?
that own it.
Mm.
I mean, not the bitches that
Hey,
own it.
Beverly.
The bitches that live there and run it,
Uh huh.
they've been homeless too. So now they think that they're better than you because they've risen above homelessness.
Mm-hmm.
People don't understand. The same bitches that are telling you, oh, get up, get off your ass and clean up. That's why y'all homeless right now, because y'all ain't got no responsibility. I mean, these bitches are
Wait.
here to degrade
That's how
you.
they talk to y'all.
Absolutely.
Wow. So you mean to tell me And I guess I need to know for future references if something happened to me and I have to do it. So you mean to tell me, hey, Louisiana the Queen, how you doing? I see you got the email. So you mean to tell me that y'all open your doors to help me, but you talk to me like I ain't shit. You really treat me like I ain't shit.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. The only reason that somebody will show you favor that is if they kind of like you or see something important in you. Like,
hey, Desandra, good evening. Good evening. Go ahead.
I can't even explain it. It's almost like it's ran by a bunch of, and please forgive me, y'all, because I love my people and I'm not trying to talk shit about Black women because I'm not into downgrading Black women. But these organizations are ran by bitter, downtrodden, ex-dope fiend, ex-alcoholic Black women who feel like, bitch, fuck you. You know, if goddamn it, that's why you in this situation now. Cause you don't know how to take care of your motherfucker. Get up, bitch.
Says to people that you said that's drunk and all that, says them who had a fucked up situation once before. You understand? And a lot
but
of them,
now they're employed, so they think they're better than you.
mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, get up, get your kids together, clean up, make this bed up. That's why y'all in this situation now, because y'all don't know how to do A, B, and C. And I'm like, hold on. Like, and don't get me wrong, I wasn't employed. But bitch, I sold weed. I ain't no lazy motherfucker. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know it's not a job to you, but
Mm-hmm.
bitch, I'm a hustler. I don't play my children. Like, I got in this situation. Don't get me wrong. I was irresponsible. I can't lie. And I did get evicted.
Let me stop you right there. See, that's what I like about you. You know, you are a woman that admit where you were fucking up at. A lot of people won't even admit that. You know how you talk to somebody, they tell you about their problems, but certain stuff that they dodge around, and they dodge around it. You gotta keep asking them, okay, what happened before this? What happened after this? And they keep dodging around it. For some reason, they refuse to tell you their most important part. And the reason they refuse to tell you their most important part, because they know if they tell you their most important part, then you got them say, okay, that's your fault. They trying to prevent they trying to prevent for you saying it's their fault when they knowing deep down inside it was their fault with some of the shit that they got into. And I don't know why people do that. One thing about moving forward is you got to admit when you fucked up. That's it. It's hard because we hate the truth. But in order for you to move forward, you got to admit when you fucked up. Then you can move forward. So I'm glad you did that. Thank you, dear. I'm glad you did that. Hey, Auntie Steve, Sage, what's going on, brother? My man Brielle in the building. What's up, bro? But go ahead, dear. I'm glad you admitted that. So you got my respect for that. Go ahead.
That is indeed facts.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I was doing in my fucking apartment, don't get me wrong. Of course, my children didn't want for anything and everything was fine because, goddamn it, I'm a hustler and I'm a good mother. You know, like when you pair a good hustler on top of a good mother, that shit is unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
Until the law get
involved.
Hey,
Riding Star. Hey, beautiful. Riding Star. But my man, Alec Crooks in the building. What's going on, Alec Crooks? Oh, shit. My man, Omar. Long time, brother. How you doing, fam? How you doing? My man, Alec Crooks said, Chris, that's right. Everybody made mistakes, but if you learn from it, it becomes a lesson. Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Dude. I'm trying to holler at everybody as they come in. They coming in. They want to hear this.
But that's the thing. They want to hear this. As parents, and I'm going to tell you, no matter what we do in the streets, and I'm speaking to everybody in here, because I'm sure almost everybody in here done been in the streets in some way, shape, form, or fashion. When you feel like, okay, I'm being a good parent, I'm providing for my children, even though it's right, wrong, or indifferent, the police gonna come in that motherfucker, period. They're gonna kick in that door. They're gonna come in that door because you are doing illegal activity, period. Okay, so what your children don't want for nothing? Because that's what I always took pride in. Okay, so what? I'm selling weed or I'm doing A, B, and C. Boom. Now the police don't kick in the door. Now you're homeless.
Well,
And you got a charge.
I never lived in the street and I never did anything like that. But at one point in time, I almost did slip into it because I don't know what was going on. For some reason around that time, I just couldn't keep no money. It was just like every money that I get, it was going to something. So this little youngin,
I feel you, brother. Yeah.
this little
Life
young,
is hard.
right, this little youngin who stayed on the street, he was like, man, what's up, here, Chris? He said, I got a proposition for you. And I think he did used to say like little weed or something in the neighborhood. He was like, man, you give me a certain amount, man, I could take it and I could flip it and do something. So I trusted him because the little nigga, you know what I'm saying, was hustling. He was hustling, So I trusted him. So I was about to do it. But I said, no, man, this is not the way I want to make my money. That's dirty money. I want to make my money clean. I never had a criminal history. I never had a record. So,
hey, brother, I'm going to tell you, I ain't trying to down talk nothing you say, but our money is dirty, baby.
Well,
our money is dirty. And I'm going to tell you something right now. This shit got way deeper than weed. It got way deeper than weed. It turned it into white shit and shit like that to where, I damn near got my children taken away from me. But I felt so much pride because guess what? My children don't want for nothing. So you people can kiss my natural born black ass. But then the problem got to where, okay, now my apartment is gone and I'm risking losing my children.
Mm-hmm.
So I found myself.
Let me stop real quick. I'm glad we went live because you got somebody in there right now. Cole Pepsi said she did it before. She said she wasn't comfortable doing it, so she stopped. So it's good we got you on the phone talking again, dear, because you got people coming out saying that they had some kind of.
And she good because I was comfortable doing it. She good. I love that shit. I'm talking about I was so high off that fucking shit. The only thing that stopped me was them kicking in my door. If they would not have kicked in my door, I would have never stopped doing that. It was it brought me and my children a life that it couldn't, working at Speedway and, working at UDF, it just wasn't doing it. Mm-hmm. So once I realized like, boom, okay, now my door is kicked in. And then I tell my family, they're like, oh, she can come here, but you're going to have to find you and that boy somewhere to go. Y'all can't come here. He bad as hell. Because I don't know if I told you on the last call, but my oldest boy was born a preemie, so he's like had behavioral problems all his life. But nonetheless, we went to a shelter. So this is what I'm saying about the bitch that slashed her children's throats.
Okay.
Now, the issue with that is shelters have rules. Mm-hmm. We all know that you cannot possibly think that you can stay in a government-funded building and they're not going to have certain requirements of you.
Right.
It just does not make any sense. The moment me and my son got there, I felt like a piece of garbage.
It was something new to you. It was something new to you, and
it was so new, and I felt so low. That was probably one. I can honestly say that was one of the lowest points in my life. When I'm sitting there with my son, and then they even asked me, "Well, you have 2 children. Where's your other child?" And I said, "Well, she's with my family." And they said, "Oh, you can't go with your family with her?" And I said, "No, I cannot." And they turned their nose up at me and they put a check mark on a list and they said, "Oh, go up to bed 17.
Just like that, huh?
I took my baby. We went upstairs. They told us the rules. They said every day you will wake up at 6:30 a.m. There will be a van to drop your children off at daycare. After that van drops you and your children off, you will go and look for a job and you will look for housing. We will give you referral letters to look for housing. We will not transport you or your children after this. We will give you a bus token or a bus ticket to get you and your children back here. And if you are not here by 6:30 p.m., you and your children will be kicked out on the street.
Mm. So pretty much, their main thing is just give you somewhere to rest your head, but all the other stuff is just limited help.
You said their main thing was what?
So their main thing to me sound like they just pretty much just give you a place to rest your head, and the little help that comes behind it is limited.
You know what? Don't get me wrong. That's part of it.
Okay.
And I'm not going to down talk these people because the people that work for them are wicked.
Mm-hmm.
But the program that they had set in place, there was nothing wrong with it. You handed them a letter and they ask you, why are you here? And I say, oh, well, my apartment door got kicked in by the task force and I can no longer live with this apartment agency. And they say, how much money do you owe them? And I said, well, I owe them $375. Oh, well, how much do you owe the energy company? Oh, I owe them $576. Okay, well, we're going to send these money orders to the following places. And after that, you need to look for a place to live. Basically, they wiped your whole slate clean.
Mm.
They basically helped you with your entire life.
Mm.
I don't care how much these bitches treated you like garbage. You should have took that and found your way. So this is what happened. The night we spent the night there, I'm like, oh my God. And don't get me wrong, the rooms are not dirty. It's really nice. But my son has a behavior problem and he's jumping all around. And this bitch is knocking on my door like, yeah, you won't got him on the schedule. And I'm thinking like, well, he has been diagnosed with ADHD. Like, she's like, yeah, that's part of y'all problem. Y'all ain't got no structure for these kids. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to kill this bitch. But I can't say anything because I have to live here.
Mm-hmm.
So the next morning we wake up and we get in this big ass van. In this van, he takes all of the shelter children to a daycare.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, this is in February and we live in Ohio. So the weather is like 19. So he's like, well, I dropped you guys' kids off. You guys got to go ahead and get out the van. Mm. And I'm like, okay, great. So I get out of the van and I don't know where to go. So I called the caseworker and I said, hi, I just took my son to daycare. Do you have any apartment references where I should go? And she's like, you need to go to our apartment in the damn city. All the low income places, you need to go. And we gonna pay your deposit. Get up off your ass and do what you need to do. And you know what? I hung up and I said, bitch, say no more. Mm-hmm. I bought me a coffee. I had $7. I bought me a coffee. And I bought 4 cigarettes. And I walked around Cincinnati until I found me and my children somewhere to go. I went to low-income housing apartment places that I never even dreamed that I would live at. Mm-hmm. And I said, I'm going to get me and my children somewhere to go. So I was walking. And there was this, I'll never forget her, this big, tall, beautiful Black woman. Her name was Monique. but she had like 3 sets of twins. Like she had like a 1-year-old set of twins, a 2-year-old set of twins, a 3-year-old set of. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing in the shelter? Like, where's your husband? And she like, girl, my husband ain't shit. Like, I'm about to go down here and holler at this one nigga I've been fucking with. I'm like, well, shit, I'm about to go down here with you because I've already, filled out like 4 applications. So, what do I have to lose?
Yeah, at that point, I can understand your mindset. What do you got to lose? Yeah.
I mean, because the thing is, I've spent the whole day doing what I've had to do. What do I got to lose by hanging with you?
Yeah.
So I go with this bitch. And there's like this, if you're not familiar with Cincinnati, there's this place called the Drop-In Center. But the Drop-In Center is for like homeless men. Like, and I'm talking about transient, the most like society's people that, you wouldn't rent to anyway, because these people, their addictions are too far gone. You know what I mean? These people can't get a place to live because they're just too far gone. Mm-hmm. So she was like, yeah, I fuck with this dude down there at the Drop-In Center. I'm like, well, can he help me get a 3-bedroom? She like, girl, I don't know what the fuck he got going on. She was like, I'm just trying to get $20 so I could get me some weed and some beer.
Wait. So this the woman that stay in the shelter, and that what she said to you?
Yeah, like she wasn't, like, I don't want to judge her, but she wasn't really urgent. Like I was. You know what I mean?
If you're not gonna judge, then let me judge. Even though this old that you're telling me now, yeah, that right there with the priorities, you were more about weed and beer than trying to get yourself to an urgent place. Yeah, I would have a problem with that because, well, then again, yeah, I would have a problem with that because my mindset is different. You talk to a guy. I can't go down there 3 weeks without a job because I'm so used to working. If I lose a job or put in 2 weeks to get off on a job, I want to make sure that I got something to fall back on. I'm not going to put in 2 weeks of a job and then sit at home and waiting on these last couple of checks to come in and wait for that money to run out and I'm sitting around looking stupid. Nuh-uh. If I lose any job, it bothers me just that bad. I can't stay home 2 or 3 weeks without a job. You best believe I'm finna get off my ass and gonna find the next thing popping. Okay? And speaking of which, I want to say this to everybody. I don't know if my young homie King guys are listening. Usually if he is, he'd be in a chat room. But I say this to the young generation. Never quit a job without one to fall back on.
I tell my son the same thing.
Yeah, never quit a job you ain't got one to fall back on, because trust me, it's going to be harder trying to get another one to try to cover that up. So make sure you youngins out there, make sure you got something to fall back on if you plan on quitting one job. All right? Well, go ahead, sis. Good phone call, as always. Good phone call.
So we go down there. And she was like, I haven't seen you all day. Like, where have you been? I was like, I had went to 3, apartment places today. Mm-hmm. And she was like, girl, fuck that shit. Like, I got a friend down here or whatever. But, like, I don't know her. But I'm like, I've kind of like done my deed for the day. So I'll just see what I can snag. Mm-hmm. So we went down there and there was like all these drunks and all these addicts and stuff. And like you have to walk in through the front door. And she was like, girl, I'm about to go see my friend. Like she was like, girl, you about to help me get an apartment. And I didn't want to act thirsty, but this is for my children. I'm like, I'm not trying to be funny, but can you see if he can help me too? Like I was really desperate at that point. So
wait. But let me say this right here. And this is why I say that a lot of us get stuck in our pride. Some of us is too proud to beg. I'm kind of like that too. But damn it, when we need help, we need help. So I don't know why you felt bad by asking her for the opportunity to get you somewhere to stay too. I would have did the same thing. Hey, okay, well, since you told me to come with you, and you going to somebody who's possibly if you get a roof over your head, shit, how can you put in a word for me? Yeah, it may make you feel bad, but baby, you try to get in a situation where you can make sure you got a roof over your head, you know. And I don't know why we beat ourselves up so bad we need help, you know. But like the temptation said, I ain't too proud to beg. You know, sometimes you gotta come off your pride and come out your comfort zone and ask for help, because won't nobody know unless you ask. Like they say, closed mouth don't get fed. All right,
And you're
so
right too.
closed
You're
mouth
right
don't get
too.
fed. But
Because
go
I
ahead.
sat there, and she's in the she's like in the waiting room, and once like because basically she's fucking with somebody that works at the drop-in center. So like,
Mm.
of course she's gonna win. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like, of course he's gonna get her somewhere to go. But it's like, oh my god, like, can you please tell him I'm your friend? Like, can you please like tell somebody? Like, can they at least help me? Like, please. Like, I'm not like, but it was like my pride that was like, oh my god, like I really don't want to do this, but can you please like talk to somebody?
Mm-hmm.
And so like people kept walking past me, and I seen this guy, like he was like he had dreadlocks, like he reminded me of like Mario Van Peebles on New Jack City. Like it was almost like he was conscious, and like and he knew what the fuck was going on,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and like he kept walking past like all his different clients, because it's like his clients are so high and they're so drunk, you know, that he can't even have a conversation with them. So it's like I said, hi, can I talk to you for a really quick second? And he's like, yeah, young lady, how you doing today? I said,
You and these
I said,
animations. You and these animations.
yeah, it just really, it's crazy, like how all you have to do is talk to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and your whole life can change. This is what I'm saying about, you know, about life. And I said, hi. I said, I really do hate to bother you. I said, but do you see her right there? I said, she and I live in a homeless shelter. I said, and I don't mean to bother you, but me and my children don't have anywhere to go. And I just came down here because he said, sister, calm down. Let's go to the back.
Mm. Okay.
He went to the back. He shut the door. He was like, what's going on with you? I said, I'm homeless. I said, and I came down here with a friend of mine. I said, I put in a few applications, and I just don't have anywhere to go. Like me and my children. He was like, say no more. He called this lady, and he was like, what's up with that 3-bedroom 3 blocks away?
Amen.
Is it still available?
Amen. Amen. Amen.
I'm talking about my whole body melted into
Amen.
the chair.
Amen.
My whole entire body melted into the chair.
Amen.
He was like, why are you crying, sister? I'm like, you don't understand. I thought that I just was gonna be homeless like this, like for years. Like he was like, it's okay. Pick yourself up. The Most High got your back.
Amen. 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 Amen.
He called her. He asked her how soon could they have it cleaned up.
Get out of here. Look at that. Look at that.
How soon could they have it cleaned up? I said, well, there's a lady at the shelter. I said, and she has to have a verification of this. I said, because she's really mean and she needs to know. And he was like, what's her name? And I gave him her name, and he was like, oh, I know her. She's evil. I'm going to write this paper up. She's a mean lady. Like, I know who she is. He was like, he's always talking down on our black brothers and sisters. I just couldn't believe it. So I started to leave, and I didn't want to leave her behind. But I was like, hey, like I really gotta go. Like I just got an apartment for me and my children, and
Amen. Amen.
I don't
Amen.
want to leave you. She was like,
Amen.
"Girl, I'm about to give me some dick. Like I don't got no." I was like, "Hey, I'm really sorry, but I gotta go." She was like, "Girl, you don't want to smoke this joint?" I said, "Hey, smoke this cock, bitch. I'm gone."
So wait a minute. You told her that you got an apartment and you didn't want to leave her behind, and she had dick on her mind.
I told her, I said, "Hey, that guy upstairs, your so-called boyfriend's friend, just got me an apartment."
Brother Sykes in the building.
I said, "Come on, let's go."
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Bitch, I'm about to give me some dick. Like, bitch, you don't want to smoke this joint?" I hugged her.
See,
I said, "I wish you the best."
and see, that's what kills me about a lot of our sisters. When you get help, it's like, and a lot of men too, they want to stay in their box. They want to stay in their box, and they want to milk it for as long as they can. And that what it sounded like she was doing. She was milking the free help, if it was free, as long as she could.
But what was she milking? They're still homeless. I found my
Listen what I
freedom
said.
that day.
Listen to what I said. Listen to what I said. If y'all wasn't paying nothing at the homeless shelter, if she wasn't paying anything, think about this. Homeless shelter, she's not paying nothing. She get an apartment, it's gonna be cool for a minute, but she got to end up paying. So which one you think she's gonna do? She's gonna stay at the homeless shelter where she can milk the free service and she can milk the benefits as long as she can. That's why she was doing that. That's why her priorities weren't like that, because she was going to milk the free benefits as long as she could until they probably literally had to put her out, or till they start saying that she had to pay. Now think about this. If they tell her she had to pay, she ain't gonna have no money given right then and there. So what you gonna do? Now she gonna be in panic. And guess what? Who she gonna call? She gonna call you. Girl, you got the extra room? And you would have had every right to tell her, girl, what I offered, what I told you, get yourself together, you too much worried about dick.
I couldn't believe that she didn't follow behind me. I'm talking
What up,
about
Dale? What up, Dale? What up, brother?
the nights that we spent in there.
Mm-hmm.
I could not believe that she wasn't following behind me. I was shocked that this is what she wanted. I couldn't believe it. I'm talking about I left out that shelter with a homeless verification and a check, and I jumped
And
on
a
that
chick.
bus,
And a chick.
and I jumped off I jumped on that fucking bus like I was that boy on you know, the Willy Wonka chocolate factory, like I had won a golden ticket. I swear to God, you couldn't have told me shit.
What up, brother August? What up, brother August? I see you in the building.
You couldn't have told me shit. What?
Oh man.
A voucher? A goddamn it deposit? What?
Man.
I said, why are you not coming with me? What are you doing?
Exactly. Thank you. And you would think that somebody would see that they would follow behind your footsteps and be like, oh, well, shit. You just gave me hope that I can get out this motherfucker too.
No.
You would think she'd come right behind you and say, damn, girl, he did all that? Well, you just gave me hope that I could get the fuck up out of here. But no, she's worried about weed, beer, and dick. Well, she could have got dick in her own spot. You can't get it in the homeless shelter, not that I know of, but she would have had her own spot and had all the dick she wanted.
Brother, unfortunately, you can't get dick being homeless. She's already proved that. You can't get dick being homeless.
No. I
Hey,
was saying in the homeless shelter. That's what I meant. I don't know if they allow y'all to do that in the homeless shelter or not. Yeah, of course she can get dick while she was homeless because she must have got it from whoever she got it from when you went and got your apartment. So you'd have proven that. But I'm talking about in the homeless shelter now. Do they let y'all do all that fucking in the homeless shelter? Does it go on in the
okay.
building?
This is what I want to say, and I'm not bragging because this is nothing to be bragging
Speak
about.
your mind, dear. I think we get what you're saying. Speak your mind.
They do like a little annual little like celebration for like people that have made it and got out of the homeless shelter, and they show their apartments and how things have gone since they have recovered from homelessness.
Mm-hmm.
So they call me up to the thing, and keep in mind I didn't even want to be there because I don't know, like I guess I'm just a upscale bougie homeless motherfucker. Like I'm just so like I don't know. Like I've always just been like high class. Like I'm one of them motherfuckers. Like I don't give a fuck if I live in the shack. My shit gonna look better than your shit.
There you go.
Like I don't give a fuck if I, live in a cardboard box. It's gonna be cleaner than your shit.
You know what Luther Vandross said? Turn
So
his house into a home. That what Luther Vandross said.
absolutely. So
Make your house to a home.
they did a little like a little event,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like the shortest shelter stay, the shortest person, because let's be honest, the people that stay in their shelter always range from 6 months
Mm-hmm.
to 3 years.
Mm.
It's never shorter than that.
Mm-hmm. And see,
It starts
like they said,
and my shit
I don't know.
ended at 2 weeks.
And I don't know, you're looking at the chat room, but people are telling you, you had pride about yourself, you had self-esteem about yourself. That's why I told you, the audience loves you. When you made that first call, they loved you then. The audience love you because, and I love you too because you standing up.
I love him.
Yeah, because you standing up and admitting what you did instead of dancing around the bush. That's what I admire about you. You are admitting how you fucked up, but you also made a positive thing out your negatives. You was serious about getting your shit together. Now, we all know about Home Skillet, whoever the chick you was talking about back then, we know what was on her mind. She had her priorities all over the damn place, but you had value about yourself to get yourself out of a situation that you already knew it was fucked up in the first place.
It was really bad.
Right.
And that's why I got an award for the shortest shelter stay. Like nobody had ever came there and got out of there within 2 weeks.
And you did.
Like people that come there stay there from 90 days to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
I got out of that bitch in 14 days.
Amen.
Y'all can kiss my ass. I can't do this. I can't do this. My baby, I don't give a fuck what y'all say about my baby. Okay, he probably is bad or he be on some bullshit. But guess what? He gonna be bad and he gonna be on his bullshit in my motherfucking house.
Amen.
Fuck all of you hoes, all this weak ass, alcoholic, drunk ass shit. Y'all think y'all better than us, man. Yeah, y'all hoes ain't no different than nobody else. And guess what? I can honestly say what the one bitch said, half of you bitches in here is because y'all ain't got y'all priorities together. And she was right.
There you go.
And she was right. Don't get me wrong. I don't think that she should have been talking to us the way that she should have. The way that she was talking to us. Because she was talking to us like we were nothing.
Mm-hmm. But let me tell you something now. Hold on now. I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you to an extent. But you gotta think about this though. Some people do talk to you like that because they know you could do better. And I'm looking at the camera while I'm saying this. Some people talk to you like that because they know you could do better. Even though they saying it harshly, but let's be for real. Are they telling the truth? And some people just use that as a reverse psychology for you to get up off your ass because they feel like you eventually gonna get tired of us talking to you like this. You want to get the fuck out. And you notice how with some people, when you get the fuck out, they be like, I knew you had it up in you. It just took me to put some fire to your ass. So a lot of them don't really mean it. it's a reverse psychology thing to get your ass up for real. You know, now some people just straight up dicks now. They just doing it because they got higher power. But somebody who really cares, they will do that too. It's a form of tough love because they know you could do better than what you're doing. And maybe that's what they was doing. I don't know. I wasn't there. So maybe that's exactly what they was doing.
I can't lie. I think that's part of it because, like, when I talked to my caseworker, and I'm talking about this lady was mean as a fucking snake. I'm talking about it was almost like she was pissed that I was doing better. But, like, when I told her, I said, hey, Miss So-and-so, I said, I was at the drop-in center, and I found an apartment. And she was like, mm-hmm. She was like, what's the name and the number? Because I doubt that very seriously. I said, ma'am, you don't understand. I said, here's the check. I said, he's paying the first month's rent and deposit. Here it is right here. She was like, get you and your baby stuff packed up.
Damn, she said it dry like that?
Yeah, she was like, get you and your baby stuff packed up. This you ain't got to stay here like the rest of these girls.
Nah, it sounded like to me she was being a straight up dick then. That person, she was being a straight up dick.
But you know what she did do?
What? When
I left, I thanked her and all those rotten ass, evil ass bitches for letting me and my voice with it. And you know what she said to me?
What she say to you?
She said, I seen something in you that set you apart from all of these women.
There you go. There you have it.
She said, I never want to see you back here again.
There you have it.
And I left. I'm talking about she gave me so many comforters and pots and pans from Target and Walmart. I'm talking about they gave me a new life.
Amen.
This is why I don't understand, like the bitch who slashed her children's throat. She didn't try. She didn't try. Don't get me wrong. I understand how it feels. Like me personally, I've never burned any bridges with my family. You know, my thing is, if my family don't accept me, then fuck you. Like, I ain't never did nothing to you motherfuckers. I don't steal from y'all. Goddamn it, I'm a high class bitch. Like, I don't need nothing from none of you motherfuckers.
But they sure will steal from you. They'll steal from you, though.
But the thing is, I don't know what type of person she was. But there was nothing that has ever went on in my life that made me feel like, oh, I need to slash their throats.
Exactly.
I need to kill them today. Like it does not make any sense at all.
No.
And I want to.
And, you know, no matter how you trying to look at it up, down, left, or right, you know, you can't make no excuses as to why you did this. You know, you can't say that they were slowing you down, because if that was the case, they were slowing you down, then you should have never got pregnant in the first place. I think this girl was 24 years old, and that's one of the biggest problems we have in society today. You know, is babies having babies. They're not ready for that, but I
was a baby having babies, and my whole entire life was dependent on the well-being of my children. It's crazy because all I did was like sell dope and smoke weed and steal. So you can't even say, come on, I was a booster. I stole for a living. I stole for clothes. I stole clothes for a living. You can never say like, oh, well, she's in poverty and she's that. That doesn't mean anything. Either you're evil or you're evil. And I want us to stop equating mental illness to evil. Because I want us to understand that as a people, especially as Black people, all Black people have a mental illness. Because our parents come from Jim Crow. Our parents come from the crack era. So you can't say, oh, I have a mental illness and this is why I'm abusing my children.
Yeah, they using this mental illness thing overwhelmingly, and I think a lot of them just using it for a scapegoat. But
It's bullshit. It's
yeah,
lies. It's not true. Um, there's a little girl named Tanasia McLeod, and after I say this, I'm gonna be done
okay.
because I'm so sick of us blaming poverty. And you know, when I moved in my apartment, I had absolutely nothing but a pack and play and a lamp for my children.
Hmm.
I bought a radio. I cleaned up my apartment and I made a home for my children because I love them. And I'm not going to use poverty because the thing is, I brought my children into poverty. This is my fault. You
Say it
understand
again,
what I'm
sis.
saying?
Say it again.
These children would not even be here if
Say it
I
again.
didn't do this. This is my fault. So I'm not going to slit their throats and be like, oh, I can't do this anymore. Slash, slash, slash. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Hmm.
But I'm going to talk about a little girl named Tanasia McLeod. Now, I don't want to throw her family under the bus, but Chris, if you picked your sister up one day at a train station and she had your niece or nephew and she smelled bad and they were filthy, and you can tell that they were living in abject, utter disgust. And then you brought them home and you noticed that she was verbally and physically abusing your niece or nephew. Would you take them home and say, oh, you need to get it together?
No, I don't think I would take them. I'd probably take them to my home, but to take them from where they're coming from like that, no, I don't think I would. No.
The thing is with Tanasia McLeod, her mother's name is Tequila. So the brother picks the mother and the child up. He notices that the mother and the child are unkept. Things are just not right. This is not the way that a mother and a child should smell. This is not the way that a mother and a child should look. Throughout their stay, he notices that there is verbal, physical, and emotional abuse.
Hmm.
So after their stay, he takes the mother and the child home. So he talks with his sister about her lack of parenting with the child.
Hmm.
And this bitch tells him, oh, well, I need a break.
Mm-hmm.
And the brother says, oh, you don't get a break. She is your responsibility. You need to take care of her. And this is just the way life is. You need to be a mother to her. Drop them off. Goodbye. And Tanasia dies.
Mm.
First of all, that is so unbelievably inexcusable. It just doesn't make any sense.
Mm.
And then he says after that, he calls CPS. It doesn't matter. You're her uncle. You could have saved that child and you didn't do it.
So he took the child back home.
Yeah, he dropped her off with her mother.
Wow.
The problem with that is if you witness that there's some kind of issue, this is the thing. I can't stand when parents say they need a break. Because how do you need a break from a child that this is your fucking
Thank
problem.
you. Thank you.
Like you should have never you did this. But here's the problem on the other hand. if I witness abuse, then I have an obligation to do something about this. Don't get me wrong. I don't think that you should be able to say this, but I'm not so high and mighty to where I'm like, oh, you don't need a break. It's your child. Goodbye. Like, you don't get to do that. Don't get me wrong. You should not be able to say that, but I should not be able to walk away knowing that there is abuse taking place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, this is my thing.
Mm-hmm.
If my brother and my sister is an awesome mother. I'm talking about, I love the fuck out of my sister. She's a really good mother to my nephew. Mm-hmm. But if she ever started like kicking my nephew's ass and started being on bullshit with my nephew, and I'd be like, hold on, bitch, like, don't be doing that to my nephew, bitch. I'll knock your ass out. Like, bitch, what the fuck you doing? Mm-hmm. And then she'd be like, oh, girl, I need a break from him. Oh, you need a break? Oh, bitch, I got a break. Bitch, you'll never see him again, bitch. Here go a break for your motherfucking ass, bitch.
You want to break that bad?
Goddamn it, I got a break, ho. I'm going to give your ass a 19-year break, bitch. You're not never seeing my fucking nephew again. Like, I just don't understand. Like, how do you see your family member abusing a child and be like, oh, that's your responsibility? True enough, it is. But now you're putting your family members in the hands of an abuser. Yes. And you're acting like it's not your problem. And now you're calling CPS, knowing that CPS always lets children die. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And then you're like, oh, they failed my niece. No, you failed your niece.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm done.
Yes, ma'am. Victoria, again, thank you so much for a good phone call. And I'm glad we decided to go live because for what you were saying, you sort of went through what this girl went through without the mental illness part and without you hurting your children. But you are able to speak on it because you were once in a homeless shelter. And another difference between you and her, you went and got your shit together. But what I said about her is, look like she really didn't have nobody to turn to. Look like people probably really didn't fuck with her like that. Or like in the last article I read, where they tried to help, but she kept refusing help. So I guess that's why they stopped fucking with her because, one of the people said they kept asking her, have you taken your medicine? Have you taken your medicine? I guess she would lie to say that she did, but she really wasn't, So I just don't know. I don't understand it. I can just only imagine because I don't have any children myself. But I say this, my sister, if she had a child, I knew she had mental problems. I would not like to think that somebody's over there with her, supervising her while she was this child. I would hate to keep leaving her with this child by herself and knowing she may not be taking her medicine. They're just going to weigh too heavy on my conscience.
This is one last story.
Go ahead.
There's a girl. What is this bitch name? Deasia Watkins over here in Cincinnati. She beheaded her baby.
Wow.
She beheaded her 3-month-old baby. Now, this is how we always keep dropping the fucking ball. I'm sick of it. So, okay, CPS tells you, okay, this girl is not, she's not mentally incapable. She's not mentally capable. She's not sound enough to care for a child because, she's too mentally fucked up. So you take the baby, but you're a lazy ass bitch because it's like, okay, I take our baby. You lie to CPS and say you'll take the baby, but then you let this bitch come over there because behind CPS's back, you're like, oh well, I take your baby, but you still gotta wake up with her and feed her and not. I mean, we ain't gonna tell nobody. Bitch, they just told you that she cannot be around the child.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
So this bitch wakes up in the morning and decapitates her 3 month old child.
Mm, 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 mm.
And now this bitch is screaming, "Oh, the baby! My baby! The grandchild!" And then it makes it even worse because this bitch is only worried about her going to jail. Oh, I'm going to jail! And this is, what about a 3 month old baby that is being chopped up on your counter like a fucking chicken?
Oh, I think I remember that story. I might have did that story. That story sound familiar. How long ago was that?
Probably last year, year before.
I think I may have done this story. This story sounds so familiar. So
I just,
familiar.
I just don't understand our people. Why are we turning? And my thing is, I'm not even saying that this is not mental illness, but I don't care about that shit. All black people have a mental illness. Like our parents are Jim Crow, parents of Jim Crow. Like we survived through the crack era. Just think, the kids that are out here fucking up everything are the children of crack babies. Society is fucked.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But
Thank you, brother.
hey,
I'm done.
thank you too, dear. Thank you so much. Love you for this. Love you for this. We got to do this again. We got something else you want to talk about. We definitely got to do this again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Victoria again. Remember, Victoria called in when I did the interview show, Brittany Bowens, and she was one of the last callers that we had. And man, she stole the show. I think she stole a lot of our hearts because, like I said, in the comment section, had a friend named Spencer. She was in there, and I like, y'all act just alike. Y'all just like, and the people in the chat room, they just love you, you know. So you stole the show, and you stole it again tonight. Thank you for sharing your stories, dear, and please keep in touch.
I will. Thank you, brother.
No problem.
Thanks, y'all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad that we did that. How that how this ended up happening. She saw the story that I did about Shanice Martin, and she called me, and she said, you know, you can record this if you want to. And I said, you know what, I got a better idea. Soon as she said that she stayed in a homeless shelter once, I said, I'll tell you what, I got a better idea. How about we go live and you share your story? And she said, okay. And that's how we ended up doing this call that we did right now. And I admire this woman because, as y'all heard, she didn't dance around her faults. She admitted her faults. She stood up to her faults. And she admitted everything. But the thing about it is, she realized that's not where she wanted to be. And she got up off her ass and went to go get herself in a better position. And I wish a lot of us would have that mindset instead of staying in our comfort zone and staying in one spot and knowing that one spot is only temporary. And we know that it's temporary, but we just want to stay in that one spot because don't nothing have to come out of our pockets. Amen. Don't nothing have to come out of our pocket. We just sitting there reaping up the benefits, then wait to the last minute after the benefits run out. Then we want to go into this fucking panic where you had 90 days up to 6 months to get your shit together. And 9 times out of 10, if you got a contract that you sign, it'll tell you got 90 days or you got up to 6 months to get your shit together. And you mean to tell me you're going to wait till down near the last few days and try to get your shit together? It never works. That's where it get fucked up the most because you in a panic state. And we have to understand, when you try to go get stuff, you got to wait. Stuff don't fall in your lap. What up, HAN News? What's going on, famo? Shit don't fall in your lap. When you go do shit, it takes some time for it to happen. Alina said she hanging in the bushes. Hey, babe. I mean, it takes stuff to happen, you know. Even with that, you know, you put in an application. Sometimes it take a week or 2 or 6 weeks. You just don't know how long it's gonna take. So if you get your ass up, go get it early. You won't have to worry about it later on down the road. You would never have to worry about it later on down the road. Get your ass up. You go hit it early. There she go. Hey, Victoria. Thank you so much, Victoria. You get up and get it early. You don't have to worry about nothing else. You don't have to worry about nothing else. So, Victoria, I admire you for what you've done. And just like you said, you did it for them kids. Like somebody said earlier, it's not about your pride, it's about your children. And that's another thing wrong with a lot of us is their pride. We let their pride get in our way. We too stuck on it. Don't want to admit stuff. We want to keep on denying it, deny, and have an excuse for every damn thing. And I think that's crazy when somebody brings something to your attention. You got an excuse for everything. Every time somebody says something, you got an excuse for it. And that's exactly what it is, an excuse. I can't do it because I ain't got no car. I can't do it because my phone ain't on. I can't do it because I ain't got enough money to catch the bus. I don't want to catch the bus. I don't want to take a cab. But funny, soon as somebody says something about going to the club. Oh, hell yeah, I do that. Or somebody want to go to a party. Hell yeah, I do that. The dudes put on their fresh shoes, the fresh outfits, just go to the party. The females put on the tightest shit that they can and go to the party. But you asking them about getting their shit together, they got an excuse for that. But they ain't got no excuse to get to the party, though. They ain't never got no excuse to get to that party. They're going to find a way to get to that party. Because the dudes want to see how many fine females there, how many numbers they can get. And the females want to see how many numbers from the dudes they can get. So you put in all that effort to get each other numbers, and both of y'all ain't shit. She ain't got shit going, you ain't got shit going. And both of y'all got excuses as to why you ain't got shit going. And don't realize, even though both y'all ain't got nothing going, both y'all can come together and make something going. Y'all don't hear me? Just because y'all don't got nothing going doesn't mean y'all two can put y'all fucking heads together and make something happen. Like they said, 2 heads is better than 1. But we're so stupid, we don't think about that. Or let me not say we stupid. We act like we too stupid to think about that. I remember hearing somebody say one time, that the female told the dude, what can 2 broke people do together? They said, what can 2 broke people do together? And I said, if you got to ask that question, then that shows me right there that nobody had no plan to do nothing. If you got to ask that question, that mean one person ain't got no plan to do shit. They comfortable where they at. They comfortable being broke. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Cold Pepsi. Thank you. The question was asked, what can two broke people do together? Now, like I just said earlier, two broke people can make some stuff happen if they got the mindset to do it. When they tired of being broke, they both gonna become a team and make something happen. Because remember, like they say, only you know when you tired. Only you know when you tired. Thank you, different say, but they keep having babies and knowing they're not in a financial stable situation. But you keep popping out babies though. And I don't get that. But when you say something about that, you know, they feel like you shitting on them. Like Victoria said, what kind of question? Yeah, what kind of question is that? If you both got the mindset that you want to do better, then there should not be a question. Y'all both can go together, put in an application. You want to get some assistance, you both can go get some assistance. It's a lot of shit that two people can do together. That's why they said two heads are better than one. And I hate when I hear these young girls got their mindset. I hate to hear young girls got their mindset. And the mindset of they can't do anything. I hate to hear these young girls talk like that. It's a motherfucker ridiculous to hear them talk like that. You this young, okay, you this young. Did your mom teach you any kind of morals? Because apparently they didn't if you got this mindset. So who raised you? You got the whole world ahead of you. This is your mindset? Asking questions about what you can do to make yourself better? Are you fucking kidding me? You're not 18 and 19 years old and you asking a question about what you can do to make yourself better? Are you fucking kidding me? HHN said, me and my wife got together and made minimum wage, had no money, and the kids struggled for everything. Now we both made $75K plus and have everything we want in 11 years. I'm 34. It just takes hard work. Thank you, brother. Thank you. That's it. Hard work, easy money, like they say. Hard work, easy money. Put a little elbow grease into it. Cold Pepper said they may have raised themselves. Yeah, they probably have. Alan Crook said, and there is nothing wrong with starting at the bottom. Let your work speak for you and you will be successful. Thank you, bro. And that's another thing because we too worried about what somebody's going to say. We too worried about what people are thinking. I don't know why people, and I say this a lot too, I don't know why people are scared to let people see the smart side of them, but they easily let people see the dumb side of them. How the fuck does that work? We scared for people to see the good side of us that we can do shit. We scared for society to see that. But we make it easy for people to see the dumb side of us. I don't understand that. Class clown. We want them to see us doing class clown. But we don't want them to see us taking tutoring classes. How the fuck does that work? When I was going to school, some of us, we didn't give a damn about people seeing us getting tutoring. It showed people that we want to get the fuck out of school. But other people used to hide themselves when they go to tutoring courses. How the hell that work? When you acting like a dumbass, though, you ain't afraid to show that. Oh shit, my man Maurice in the building. What's up, brother? What's going on, brother? My man HHN News said, and I don't want to hear where I messed up. Listen, I was in the streets, got a felony for trafficking marijuana. I came home and said, I'm young, fuck this, I'm changing, and everyone who isn't changing, bye. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing we gotta correct these youngins on too, using that shit, talking about some, I'm young. You may be young, but just because you're young does not mean you stupid. Just because you're young does not mean you stupid. You are well within your mindset to know what you're doing is going to fuck you up. You should know that. Got a little dude now, supposed to be in school. He be walking all up and down the street throughout the day. I'm assuming that he done dropped out of school. I don't know. But he walk up and down the street. I be seeing him. And I remember one time, I guess one of his posse buddies was walking on the other side of the street. And I heard him ask him, he said, damn, man, they let you, hey, two-piece, good evening. Okay, you say you're in recovery, so it went well. Amen. She had surgery today, people. Two-piece combo had surgery today. And she said she's recovering. Thank you, babe. Thanks for letting me know. Thank you. And y'all haven't hit that thumbs up. Please hit that thumbs up. Appreciate it. But he walking up down the street, and I guess one of these dudes who walking on the other side is one of his posses. And I heard him ask him, plain as day. He said, they let you walk up and down the street like this all day? And he was like, yeah. And he just told him, he said, all right, man, be careful. And when I heard him say that, I said, that's a damn shame. I said, that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. And what make it even bad, he be over at his house next door to me all the time. And it's a lot of women, it's quite a few women, if they still there, stay next door. So you got women over here that seeing this little young Negro not going to school and ain't there one of them doing nothing. So you just gonna watch this young man destroy his life. All you women over there, you gonna watch this young man destroy his life. No woman gonna step in and say shit. Y'all just gonna let him do it. And I hear them, they be over there arguing all the time and shit, arguing and shit. Y'all can sit up here arguing about where the fuck y'all arguing about, but this little motherfucker just walking up and down the street all day, and then one of them gonna say shit to him? Ain't nobody gonna say shit to him. Women. Keyword, women. My man Oslam in the building. What's up, brother? Yeah, he end up in jail. He end up in jail soon. And there's a car that come over here a lot of times. A little black car that comes over here. And I see him jump in that car a lot of times. I don't know who it is, but I see him jump in that car a lot of times. I'm like, so you can get your punk ass up in this black car, but you want to take your ass to school. But I thought truancy was illegal now. Or I guess maybe you got to be a certain age. I don't know. So, again, me not having children, I think it's a good thing for me. Because I be damn if me and a baby mom, we split up, whatever the case that is, and I'm seeing my child walking up and down the street while the mother of my child is not putting their child in place. Okay? I would have a major problem with that. You not putting my child in place, and they supposed to be in school, but instead you making sure they in school, my child is walking up and down the street all damn day and not going to school. I can't do it. All them women over there, did I last check now, they probably still over there. All the women over there, and then Negro simply walking up and down the street like that in broad daylight and ain't giving a fuck. Walking up and down the street like that in broad daylight and ain't giving a fuck. I ain't giving a fuck. So, you know what that means. If you're going around the neighborhood breaking their people's shit, he can ask you to bring that shit to the house and they won't say shit to him. He could break into somebody's shit and take it to their house and they won't say shit to him. And I'm gonna tell this story one more time. I'm gonna get on out of here, y'all. And y'all have a good night when I get to telling this story because I've told it before. My first apartment is down the street where I stay from now. They was called the Bentry. I'm not sure they still call it that now. This is my first ever apartment. What's the Bentry? I don't know why my dumb ass chose an apartment way back there in the back, but you know, it seemed like it was quiet to me, but it was for a minute. It was for a minute till the little Negroes moved back there in the section. So I've been on there the whole time. I didn't fuck with nobody fuck with me. So you had this woman, and back there in that section, they were nothing but 1-bedroom apartments. All back there is 1-bedroom apartments. So this woman moved over there with her 2 grandsons and 8 children, and some female used to be over there too. So they gets over there. A few days later, my shit get broken into. And of course, y'all know nobody ain't seen shit. She said they kept me, Chris. I'm in the state hospital. Well, a speedy recovery, my love. Speedy recovery. Speedy recovery. So my shit get broken into. Now, I already know who did it. But what the police said in this era, it's all about proof. You got to prove who did it. So I had no proof who did it. I knew who did it, but I just didn't have no proof who did it. Now, get this. My phone came up. And it came up from their apartment that they moved into. Their mama called me down there and said that her children, her grandkids found my phone in her closet. I said, you know what? You full. I like this. You know, you full of shit. You know, these guys are stealing shit and bringing it to your apartment, and you allowing them to do it. You allowing them to do it. So, all right, I let that shit ride. Few months down the road, my shit got hit up again. I said, all right, I know who did it now. Now, to show you how the mama was in on the shit, when I called the police and directed them where to go, they mama came out talking about, one of the guys' name was Tay-Tay. She said, Tay-Tay been gone all day. He been gone all day. I'm like, wait a minute. You said that shit the first time my shit got broken into. He was gone all day. That's how I know you in on this shit. You allowing these piece of shit ass sons of yours going around here fucking with people and stealing people's shit and bring it to your apartment. Don't know anyone. They gonna meet the right motherfuckers coming there and shooting that shit up because you allowing these motherfuckers to steal shit and bring it to your apartment. But you coming out lying talking about the motherfucker been gone all day when I know the motherfucker ain't been gone all day. Ironically, my shit got breaking into, now the bitch nigga gone. Now he gone all of a sudden. But I caught one of the niggas who did it. I knew he had something to do with it. And I told the cops, I said, if you let him go, I'm telling you, I'm gonna beat his ass. If you let him go, I'm gonna beat his ass. I told him straight up, I'm gonna beat his ass. If he come back here, one of the guys who was involved in it, if he comes back here, I'm gonna whoop his ass. I am. And Lord and behold, the whole nigga came back and he got his ass whooped. He got his ass whooped. And after I whooped his ass, the next day, they mama come knocking on my door, talking about, I think I know where your stuff at. I'm finna go get them, so they go get your stuff. Come get your stuff. And I'm saying to myself, you a piece of shit ass mother. You a piece of shit ass mother to allow this shit. You a piece of shit mother to allow these grown ass men going around fucking with other people's shit and bringing it to your domain in a 1-bedroom apartment. All you motherfuckers crowd up in one fucking bedroom apartment and they stealing folks shit, bringing it to your shit, and you allowing them to do it. You a piece of shit ass mother. A piece of shit ass mother for allowing them to do it. And then you got the other Negroes around there coming to your apartment too, helping them do this shit. Are you fucking kidding me? You old ass woman got them doing that shit. And then when the police send them to your door, you lie to them they been gone all day. Yeah, I bet they have. That's why they say the same thing about him. His ass ain't going to school. So you don't think he around here trying to fuck with people's shit? And if he steals shit, they gonna allow him to bring that shit back to the house? You don't think they gonna let him do that shit? It's gonna be the same scenario. It's gonna be the same fucking scenario. Cause some of the shit he probably steal, they probably gonna use it too. That's why they ain't gonna say shit. They probably use it too. What up, Rick? Hey, Rocky News. So if y'all sitting up there allowing your sons, y'all sitting there allowing your sons and shit, or your daughters shit, stealing folks shit, bring it to your house, then be prepared for when they ass get shot or they get their ass whooped. Either one of the two, be prepared. Cause I didn't give no fucks. I didn't give no fucks. The young nigga who ass I whooped, he didn't stay back there with them. He was just cool with them. He stayed up in the front, but he wanted to show out and please them and got his ass whooped. And I told him, I said, you a stupid motherfucker because them niggas helped you rob me. They supposed to help you fight me. But they sat right there watch you get your ass whooped. They supposed to have helped your ass fight me. It supposed to be 3-on-1. But them niggas sat back there and watch you get your ass whooped. They sat there and watch you. And you still hang around them no good ass motherfuckers. What up, Bam? Good evening. What up, Ashley? Good evening. But in there, y'all, I'm gonna get on out of here. What up, Sparky? What's going on, brother? He said, I want to shout you out. Patriots within America listening to your show. White, black, brown, it doesn't matter. We all are Americans. Tree of liberty, my brother. I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Other than that, though, Victoria, thank you so much, dear. Great call. Great show as always. I'm doing fine, Bam. Thank you so much. But I'm finna get on out of here, guys. It's 12:45 my time. So everybody have a good morning. Get yourself ready for Mondays. Me personally, I hate Mondays. I always have hate Mondays. But hey, you gotta get through them. You just gotta get through them, you know. But anyway, though, love y'all. Peace.